Local stories that affect your life.
Lace up your running shoes and support the children in your life. This Saturday is the annual Cammy's Cause 5K to benefit the MCR Foundation, and Emily Collier sure does hope to see you there. She joins us this morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I know I said the children because that always kind of ropes people in. The truth is, at MCR, you're not helping just children, but teens and women and men.
Yes.
People of all ages. And it's not just girls anymore.
No, it's not. We get lots of phone calls about boys, especially athletes, kind of with body image issues, wrestlers, swimmers. We get lots of calls about boys.
MCR Foundation is kind of a household name for us here on 3+U, so it might be for you by now as well if you watch the show on a regular basis. If you're not familiar, you are helping people with eating disorders. Is that right? Specifically eating disorders.
Yeah, yes. So we focus on eating disorders. However, if you were to call us, you always get me. I'm a licensed clinician as well. And so typically eating disorders don't stand alone. It will be coupled with anxiety or depression, OCD. So if you were to call us, we sort of help you navigate, sort of assess the situation and what are we looking at? Do we just need outpatient therapy with a nutritionist component? Do we need inpatient therapy? Like, we will assess the situation and determine kind of where you are on the journey, and then we will help you get connected with the right individuals in terms of treatment.
So before we tell you about the run to come out for this weekend, I'll give you a little bit more of a backstory because I think it's important. So many people who are in town now are not originally from Chattanooga, and so they might not know, and you've picked up on it, that we are a town where grassroots ideas really take off. We want to come together and support our own who have ideas to give back. That's what MCR is born from. One family's loss of their daughter. They did not want to let this be the end of it, and so they put forth this foundation to help raise awareness, and bit by bit by bit, you now have this outreach where you are really saving people's lives by putting them in the right hands.
Yeah, I mean, this is our 19th year, and so it was just that very thing. Cammy passed away at age 26 after a 14-year battle with all 3 eating disorders, and her family wanted to make sure that no other family went through this and didn't have a place to ask questions, because when Cammy was going through it, there were not a lot of resources, especially in our area, and so it was difficult to navigate, and you were kind of having to do your own research all the time to just find out where should we go, who do we need to see, and so that was the purpose and the goal of MCR, was to provide resources through education in the school systems for the prevention side, along with treatment referrals, and so that's why we're here.
So now, when you come out this Saturday to Ross's Landing for the Cammy's Cause 5K, and there's a fun little walk for the kids too.
Yes, right? If you could do the full 5K, you can walk it or run it. Strollers are welcome. And for the kids, adults can also walk the 1 mile if they would prefer to do a 1 mile, but the kids really enjoy the 1 mile fun run. And everybody gets a t-shirt, and all the kids get finisher medals, and it's a great race for families, especially for if you've got little kiddos.
And it's a lot of fun. They put on kind of a party for you once you get down there. So you're even going to give them coffee before they hit the race.
Morning Brew is coming with their coffee cart again this year. Honeyseed Bagels has donated some bagels for us. We always have DJ Scuba Steve to motivate you across the finish line. He's always the party. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
So as far as what the monies will be used for once this event is over, because you do a lot of fundraising efforts, it's what keeps you going.
That's right.
You mentioned the outreach in schools. That's a big part of it, prevention.
Yes, prevention. We've already been approached by several schools already this year to come and talk to middle and high school. Seems to be in the most demand right now, because because of social media. I can get up on that soapbox really quickly, but we are getting a lot of phone calls from schools and school systems about middle and high school. How do you talk to these kids about body image when they're being inundated 24/7 through Instagram and Snapchat and all of those things. And so the money goes towards being able to sustain MCR and provide these educational components.
So I have like a couple of minutes left with you, so I'll bend your ear quickly. If there is somebody watching and they're concerned about their child, sometimes it can be difficult to talk to your kid about it because they're going to try to resist and put up a wall.
Right.
Can people call you and just say, hey, this is what I'm noticing in my child, and then you can point them?
Absolutely. I get those phone calls a lot, sort of in the beginning stages of like, hey, this is what I'm seeing, and I'm not really sure what's going on. And Yeah, I talk through lots of scenarios like that with families, and then, you know, typically we will a lot of times decide, like, you know, a lot of times they won't talk to a parent, but they might talk to a guidance counselor, they might talk to a therapist. And so once we can kind of identify like what might be going on with the child, teenager, adolescent, adult, whoever it is in your life that you're calling about, we can talk you through that on kind of how to approach or how to talk to them about going to counseling or whatever the next step needs to be. So yeah, even if you're just curious, or, you know, you might just see some red flags, yes, absolutely call me.
And maybe a good thing too is go ahead and sign up for the run.
Yes.
Then you'll see all these bright smiling faces there. You can see Emily, and if she's not too busy, maybe she can find a way to talk to you then
Yes.
too. Pick up some information and
Yes.
really learn a lot while you're there, as well as give back. They like ladybugs. That's their emblem.
That's right.
Do you wear a certain color if you don't have a t-shirt? You want people wearing red?
Sure, we can wear red.
Okay.
But
Wear what's comfortable.
Yeah, wear what's comfortable and just come. We'll have some stuff for kids. This year we'll have a bounce house and some face painting and some 100-yard dash for the kids at the end.
Fun.
So it's going to be fun.
MCRfoundation.com is where you go to get your registration in. 7:30 of the Saturday morning is the place to be at Ross's Landing.
Hi, I'm Trevor. Welcome to the Hemp House. Let me show you where the treats are.
Our selection